the recording companies owned by the three global music giants, Sony Music Group, Universal Music Group, and Warner Music Group, filed a lawsuit against AI music developers Suno and Udio, alleging that they had used copyrighted music without permission to train their AI models. This marked a turning point in the awkward relationship between the music industry and AI technology. It was a blatant indication that the music business plans to defend its rights vigorously against businesses that are successfully trying to replace human talent with AI tools that have been trained without consent on the enormous library of copyrighted, human-made music. A lot of AI developers are starting to understand the message, apart from Suno and Udio. OpenAI, the Microsoft-backed company behind ChatGPT, whose release in late 2022 set off the current AI frenzy, has been in discussions to license new sources material for AI training, including CNN, Fox News, and Time. Those discussions, it is likely no coincidence, began when OpenAI was sued by the New York Times for allegedly using its stories to train the extensive language models that support ChatGPT. The Financial Times agreed to let its material be used to train OpenAI's models. As a result, ChatGPT will now have to provide credit to the Financial Times whenever it uses its content to respond to user inquiries. The Financial Times now claims that Google's YouTube is in negotiations to license music from the three big record labels Sony, Universal, and Warner in order to develop artificial intelligence technologies capable of cloning the songs of well-known performers. YouTube wants to pay cash up front in lump sums to acquire the rights to some artists' music with the consent of the musicians themselves, according to the Financial Times, which cited 3 people familiar with the matter. The goal is to persuade more musicians to consent to the usage of their creations in the development of AI music tools. 2 persons with knowledge of the situation told Financial Times that YouTube is looking for dozens of musicians to take part. The idea of recording and publishing companies selling artists' rights without permission seems out of bounds, and it's unclear how open artists will be to this. However, what is known is that 2 of the majors, Universal and Warner, partnered with YouTube last year to jointly develop AI tools with artists. Sony was clearly absent from this endeavor. When Sony wrote emails to over 700 AI developers informing them that Sony is opting out by default of having its material used in AI training. YouTube's earliest attempts to collaborate with artists on AI technologies don't seem to have lived up to expectations. According to FT's reporting, just 10 musicians consented to take part in DreamTrack's training program. DreamTrack is a technology designed to introduce AI-generated music to YouTube Shorts. According to the Financial Times, YouTube is currently developing additional capabilities in addition to DreamTrack, but this time with the goal of incorporating them into YouTube Shorts. Recording firms are developing tools to improve their artists' creative processes and are looking for methods to monetize their copyrighted material in the development of AI technologies. They are very confident about AI technology. But when it comes to AI, artists themselves appear more apprehensive than hopeful. A significant portion of people are voicing worries about what the technology could imply for human creativity in the future, despite others, like Grimes, having fully embraced it. A letter was signed by over 200 bands and musicians, including Billie Eilish, Pearl Jam, Katy Perry, Stevie Wonder, and Smokey Robinson, requesting that AI developers cease the use of artificial intelligence to infringe upon and devalue the rights of human artists. The letter, organized by the Artist Rights Alliance, mentioned, when used responsibly, AI has enormous potential to enhance human creativity, but some platforms are employing AI to sabotage creativity and undermine artists, songwriters, musicians, and rights holders. Which of these categories YouTube's new tools, and which are purportedly intended to replicate artists' works, would fall under is unclear. The industry is wrestling with this. Technically, the companies have the copyrights, but we have to think through how to play it, an unnamed executive at a large music company told the Financial Times. We don't want to be seen as a Luddite. Thanks for listening to this episode. Visit our website at musicbusinessguru.co.uk for direct access to our Music Business Encyclopedia, which includes Spotify playlists, artist booking agencies, global publishing companies, talent agencies, and many more useful music industry contacts. Like and subscribe, and let's take your music hustle to the next level.